This movie's basically made for nobody. It's a horrible, miserable nightmare. It's the inverted evil stepsister of Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it's one of the wildest things I've seen in a long time. It's incredibly weird. It's basically a big dream. Now, the premise of the film, I guess we'll get that out of the way, is that this man, Beau, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is scared of everything. I mean, title says it all. He's scared of everything. He has horrific, crippling anxiety that keeps him from doing just about everything. And when he finds out that his mother has been killed by a falling chandelier, he rushes to get home. And that's, I can't overstate this enough, the thinnest of plots. That is the entire plot, but it is incredibly thin. And that is the point. It's a very thinly scripted movie because the actual drama of the movie isn't the story. In fact, it's the character of Beau, who in the first 40 minutes is seen just trying to live his life in his rundown, disgusting, dumpy apartment, and every little thing gives him immense anxiety, from a trip going home to his mom, to a therapist meeting, to just walking across the street to get a bottle of water is almost a world-ending catastrophe for him. And I love that at Wow, It's Cold. And that's basically the first 40 minutes. It's just watching this man simply try to live, and he can't, because every little thing makes him think something bad is going to happen. Oh, I left my suitcase outside and my keys in the lock. Oh, my keys are gone, somebody stole it, and if I leave the house, someone's going to break in. Oh, I left the house and 40 people broke in and trashed my house.
Is that the type of girl you're attracted to?
I am so sorry for what your daddy passed down to you.
The entire movie is like a spiraling nightmare. Every little action that he takes, he views as something bad. If I do something, something bad's gonna happen. I also love how sad and pathetic Beau is in this movie. And that sounds mean, but it's perfectly done. He just keeps saying sorry or thank you for no reason. He just throws it out there because he has no idea what to say in almost every situation. So sorry, thank you is all he can say and then run away. But on this journey of self-discovery, he learns how to make decisions as well. That's an important piece of this movie, is throughout the entire thing, he has no clue how to decide anything for himself. And that's part of why he's afraid of everything, because he's afraid that if he makes a decision, then something's gonna go wrong. So why make a decision? The one decision he makes in the movie is when he murders his mom. And that's important because it is him coming full circle. It's him finally realizing who he is and that he doesn't need his mother. He doesn't love his mother, and she's horrible to him, so might as well kill her. And it seems all cheery and nice at first. Things are normal, as they probably are in actuality, but as that unreliable narrator of the anxiety comes into play, things get out of hand and explode out of control. And he has to move to the next place, which the exact same thing happens. And in that way, I think it's a little repetitive. It's literally, he goes to a place, it's fine, and then it's not fine. He goes to a place, it's fine, and then it's not fine. And you just rinse and repeat for the whole movie. But that is how anxiety rears its head. You think about something too long, you sit in something too long, and suddenly the thoughts of, what happens here? What's going to happen now? If I do this, then something bad's going to happen. If I leave my apartment, 40 people are going to break in and trash it. These little things you think about on a daily basis that give you anxiety have completely crippled Beau as a character, and that's stopping him from trying to live his life. And as the movie progresses, we find out that that anxiety is from his childhood trauma from his mother, who has mysteriously died from a falling chandelier.
I'm visiting my mother tomorrow. Do you ever wish that she was dead?
As the movie progresses, we slowly learn more and more about his childhood and his mother and the girl he loved as a kid. All these little details of his life that bring about this character and who he is. And I loved that aspect of it. Again, it's a little repetitive in its story and it's pretty thin, but the more I learn about the character and how it reveals that information slowly, the more I love the movie, because you get so much information about him, and there's so much relatable about it in a kind of sick and twisted way. You can put yourself in these situations. Oh, if I leave the house unlocked, someone's going to break in. I have that thought maybe once a week, and that it comes from a deep-seated insecurity from Beau's childhood, from his mother, who has this great monologue near the end where she just lays out I loved you. I tried so hard and you didn't give me anything back. And it's that unfortunate dichotomy between parent and child where we see that we're trying our best and they're trying their best, but something doesn't click because our trying our best isn't what they would say or see as us trying our best. And that's what this is about as well. There's so much here that this movie is tackling. And I think it does it in a great way, very visceral way. It's gross, it's uncomfortable, and I think it just works. In the context of the movie, he strangles her, he murders her, it's dark, it's twisted, but it's much needed for this character to make his complete turn. And that turn comes directly after he finds out that you can shoot loads into women and you won't have a heart attack. And that's important because that's one of the biggest ways that she controlled him is through sex. Hey, don't have sex. You're going to die. She just manipulated in more and more and more ways because of that one big one. My dad died because he had sex with my mom. I'm going to die. That's horrible. I should just listen to my mom. It isn't until he has sex with a woman and doesn't die that he realizes that she's a horrible, manipulative liar. He has sexual repression as well. There's so much there. There's so much that it's working with. And I think it does it really well. It doles out this information incredibly slowly, and it just kind of strings you along through that whole runtime. I didn't get bored at all. It's a long movie. I was not bored once, and because I think it just doles out the information in a way that is perfect for what it is. I can't say I'd recommend it to basically anybody, but man, is it effective. And man, does it make you uncomfortable. Everybody in my theater was uncomfortable, and I would say there's probably maybe 2 people, including me, that liked it. But I'd give it an 8. I think this is a solid movie. The filmmaking is great. That sequence where he's inside the play is wonderfully visual. I think all the cutting, the match cutting, the transitions, all very well done. Filmmaking is on point. The script is on point. The acting is on point. The themes are on point. Beau is afraid. Check it out.